Hey there everyone, it's GG Sober Son. September 13th. AA thought for the day. No one, quote, no one is too discredited nor has sunk too low to be welcomed cordially into AA if he or she means business. Social distinctions, petty rivalries, and jealousies are laughed out of countenance. Being wrecked in the same vessel, being restored and united under one God, with hearts and minds attuned to the welfare of others, the things that matter so much to some people no longer signify much to us. In AA, we have true democracy and true brotherhood, end quote. I presume that's from the big book, but I'm not for sure. Has AA taught me to be truly democratic? And that's interesting. This is election season, and things can get really pretty divided. You know what I mean? If that's what we focus on. And today I don't have to, and this morning we had an hour-long meeting and not a thing has been mentioned about the upcoming presidential election, and I'm really grateful for that. It's one forum that a bunch of people with differing viewpoints can come together united and discuss the main thing. Keep the main thing, which is sobriety, of course. Meditation for the day. When you call on God in prayer to help you overcome weakness, sorrow, pain, discord, and conflict, God never fails in some way to answer the appeal. When you are in need of strength for yourself or for the help of some other person, call on God in prayer. The power you need will come simply, naturally, and forcefully. Pray to God not only when you need help, but also just to commune with Him. The spirit of prayer can alter an atmosphere from one of discord to one of reconciliation. It will raise the quality of thought and word and bring order out of chaos. And that's it, These days it seems like discord is something of the past, but it's, and being of a highly agreeable temperament, AA has taught me as well to be disagreeable when necessary. It's kind of like, and I know this is a little bit of a rabbit trail, but it's like in a sponsor-sponsee relationship. You can't just be the hammer all the time. Somebody was sharing in the meeting this morning how tough her sponsor was on her, you know what I mean? But a good sponsor will, be led by the Spirit of God to provide the type of fellow traveler and technique in dealing with people that the sponsee needs, right? Because if everything, the only tool you have is a hammer, everything presents as a nail. And, in a true sense, right? If the situation in front of you is a flat tire and all you have is a hammer and you're wailing away at the lug nuts, it's going to get ugly. You might get that tire off, but it's It's going to be so far damaged that that you're not going to get another one on. You know what I mean? You're not going to fix the problem, and you're going to cause a whole lot more damage than necessary. And you know, also in social situations when you find you're with people that aren't of like mind, you can, you know, adjust. You don't talk the same way with people, you know, that you all think alike, right? As you do with people who might think differently or might have a different life experience. That's dry drunk behavior. And some may think that is showing a lack of integrity if I'm, you know, acting differently, you know, like it's two-faced or something like that. No. You know, there are different circumstances where we speak differently to different people. You show some, you know, it says in the book, love and tolerance is our code. So, you know, when we're with a bunch of people who think the same way, you know, say politically or religiously, we're going to talk differently. It's just love and tolerance, really. So that's something to be mindful of. But yes, God gives us something, and that's the great uniter is alcohol, being powerless over alcohol. And if we accept that and embrace that in all humility, we're going to approach every conversation with humility. We don't have to agree with everybody. That's being two-faced. That's showing a lack of integrity if we're like, oh yeah, just to get along. It's an interesting direction this talk is going this morning. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may bring peace where there is discord. I pray that I may bring conciliation where there is conflict. And that's really what it's all about. Having the humility to know that I don't know what's best for me or for you, so I'm better off if I don't try to give advice. You know, I just read that this morning in the big book. It's on the bottom of page 419. Yeah, the bottom of 417. I'll read it now. For years, I was sure the worst thing that could, and it's right after what's most commonly read, and acceptance is the answer to all my problems today, right? There's two paragraphs that is often read as a closing reading or referenced. But right after that, it says, for years, I was sure the worst thing that could happen to a nice guy like me would be that I would turn out to be an alcoholic. Today, I find it's the best thing that has ever happened to me. This proves I don't know what's good for me. And if I don't know what's good for me, then I don't know what's good for or bad for you or for anyone. So I'm better off if I don't give advice, don't figure I know what's best, and just accept life on life's terms as it is today, especially my own life as it actually is. Right? So, and part of that is accepting that people have different points of view. Right? So if I'm thinking I know better how the world should go, how the election should go, or whatever, then that's a lack of humility, right? So it's best if I focus on making a connection with another human being and showing love and tolerance. And I can share my point of view, but it doesn't have to be, this is how it is. You know, and you're full of crap if you don't agree. We do lack, conversation these days, but it seems that may just be my perspective. I don't know. But it's a live and learn and love and growing program, that's for sure. And every day I don't pick up a drink, I'm in with a chance. So I'll keep coming back and avoid alcohol one day at a time. So thanks for letting me share. I hope you keep coming back and look up, aim up, rise up. Love y'all.